And we're in Inferno, Carpe Diem, and Team Mythic. Let's see what Mythic's gonna look like with old Twice in the server. A face from long ago, just as this team is a team from long ago. Two seasons ago, John?
Yep, 2
Not
seasons.
that long
well,
ago.
technically 3, I guess, since it was season 38.
There you go. 3 seasons ago. Been a minute. Let's see what this Mythic squad can do now that they're back in Challenger League. Obviously, Carpe Diem, very familiar with this particular collection of 5 individuals. So it's not like there's any unfamiliarity here. Very passive hold from Carpe Diem. Look at this. So far back. Walko playing all the way back outside the arch. Swing rotator. He's got the util right, and a little bit of presence shown top. Banana will start to pull him, which allows the rest of Mythic up the arch. They've got a lot of space, but they do have to get past Chop, and Chop will at least knock the first target down. There's the second gone as well. Bomb along with it. And now it doesn't matter if they can pull the rotators because, well, they can't get past the player remaining on site.
Oof.
All right, so the tag with hate just makes him look like MTH Chait.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. Like, who is this that we're watching going down? Anyway.
Good old Chait. Love Chait. Twice not pulling the trigger there. Didn't expect the player right next to him. So instead of taking a dual cock, he gets shot in the temple by Walko. And, well, this one is looking pretty over. Flom going to try and pull some heroics. And he will find the first. But Clasia has now slipped into the corner.
Oh.
Find that as well. Still is pinched in. There's no escape. But if he could take down Wiz, that's a bomb plant most likely. Recognizing that, Wiz will give him no easy opportunities.
Yeah, time wasn't really on his side either. Only 11 seconds left when he was going for that fight, so it would have been tight. But if he gets the frag, maybe he can run to the bomb site and get a plant. Either way, it will be Carpe Diem finding that first round to take the 1-0 lead, and Flom with the first frags in his squad, despite the fact that he said he wasn't sure how things were going to go, in his own way when he tweeted it out, because he woke up at 1 in the morning his time to watch the major. Can't blame him for doing that, of course, and watch some NA action in the major, but he meant to wake up at 2, so an hour less sleep, but he doesn't mind. He's jumping right into this Challenge League match, and Hex doesn't mind getting these shots. Flom Twice and Eric going to go down in turn. Wiz finds Cooper, and Hate will be the last one standing. Does manage to take down Hex after his killing spree, but Hate won't be long for this round. Wiz going for the knife, and he gets it! Okay, Wiz going for the flashy plays against the stream team. He wants to get his highlights clipped as they take the 2-0 lead.
Well, I think we have an early sense about how Carpe Diem is feeling about this game. They're not often the team to go for those sorts of plays.
No.
So now, with the rifle buy coming up, with the full investment coming in from Team Mythic, not a lot to spare, to be fair. They've got the guns. Let's see what these SMGs do. I'm expecting an aggressive play. Down Banana, it seems like it might go. No, just the nade jump, and actually they're going to chill. Hex gets a kill, and now they've got the man advantage. There's no real need to get aggressive. There's no real need to be hasty here, and a few more nades chucked out, they'll chill. Nicely done for Carpe Diem. Nice start to the round.
Yeah. Oh,
okay. All right. All right. Wiz cleared out. Looking back in from the arch. He does get punished, and that opens up the middle of the map. There's potential to exploit here, especially with Clasia trying to do something cheeky with this smoke. They're so focused in. They've left arch completely open, but they're going for the late porch boost. Oh, my goodness. There's no way that gets read, and Hex is going to take full advantage of it. Never to expect that, and the smoke fade's going to lead to another. The trade is there, but it's okay. It's a great way to put the SMG to great effect, and Mythic is stalling out. There's 50 seconds on the clock. It's down to a 2v3, and now they're going to start to be contained once more, and that bomb's down past the corner. So while Hate recovers it, he's coming in towards the site, and while he does have the read, he doesn't have the shot, and, well, this is all falling apart. Just one Flom. One Flom, who may not be long for this world. They'd like to lure him into the bench player because the bench player's got the kill with an SMG. And indeed, that's what will come through. An extra $600 made there for Chop. And a clean 3-0 for Carpe Diem.
It's weird seeing Carpe Diem this loose, Mike, and just going for the knife, the BM after the frags. It's not the usual style for them, but given their opponent, they decide, you know what, we're going to have a little more fun tonight. That's okay.
I like a loose Carpe Diem, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into it.
Why not?
They're a team that occasionally gets in their own heads, can occasionally stiffen up a little bit too much, and lose games that they shouldn't. So, you know, if they can get loose every once in a while, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Hit the vibes. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Not quite found a kill, but it was a nice shot coming through from twice.
Wicked shot through the wall there as Hex goes down to about half health. Talking a little more about the Mythic roster and their additions, well, compared to their last time in ECL, they obviously have Hate, Eric, Cooper, and Freak, but Freak's not here today. But we can talk about Eric a little bit, who I wanted to highlight. He's actually in his second season of ECL. He played way back when in season 35 with Third Impact. It's been a hot minute since he's been here. Hate's entering his sixth season of ECL, and Cooper in his eighth, but he has a lot more experience than that beyond ECL, of course, with E United and Swole Patrol. Welcome. Moving around here as Wiz going to get the engagement over in Boiler. Hate goes down for the count. That's only 3 players left standing now for Mythic, and it could be 2 because Cooper's going to peek around here into 2 players. Classy and Wiz waiting for this to happen. 36 seconds left. Wiz could get blindsided from Boiler, but no, he flicks around to take care of Flom, and then Walco and Classia get the last 2. Not happening at all, Mike. 4-0 in favor of Carpe Diem.
All right, so things to watch so far through this game. Hex has 9 kills, 9-1. It's nice to see. Chop, no deaths. He's trying to do a Zywoo. Trying to do a Zywoo impression. That was egregious, John.
Yeah,
that game.
let's not. I didn't watch it. I was unfortunately unable to. I was at work, but I was following the HLTV. No.
First of all, I'm going to call you out as a liar here, John. There's no way you're at work at 6 a.m. But also reasonable to not be.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of a different match. Sorry. You're right. I was not working at 6 a.m. I was sleeping.
All right, but they're getting a bomb plan here because Team Mythic is doing some work right now. Flom with the 3K to open up the B site. That bomb's going down. Spam's not going to find its mark either. And at this point, this might be a save call for Carpe Diem. Despite winning 4 rounds, they're gonna save here. Withdrawing towards the site. Wiz posting up will likely collect this shot on towards Hate. Oh, unless he gets timing! Deleted by it! Wiz started to make a move at just the worst moment, so it's left to Hex to survive. So no Zywoo impression for Chop. Not at all. Instead, it's gonna be Mythic on the board. AK alive is the big question. They're flashing. They're pressuring.
Wow,
they really want to hunt, which is surprising to be quite frank. The economy is fine for Carpe Diem. Meanwhile, not so much for the Mythic squad, but they will get this kill. They will take that gun out of their hands, and they will make sure there are no survivors.
Guess it was worth it for them. Yeah, that was actually an incredible play from Flom. He just bulldozed down Banana, got a molly frag, then instantaneously a headshot with the AK, and that was the B site taken right there. So yeah, first round for Mythic. But yes, Mike, no, I was sleeping at 6 a.m. I was thinking of the Liquid match for some reason. I was confusing them, but obviously I saw the results of that one with the 0 deaths for Zywoo, and it hurt. It hurt my NA heart. I wasn't feeling too hot after that first round of the major, Mike. I'm also not feeling too hot about the fact that Ents did not go 3-0 as I picked.
Dude, my pick'ems are rough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hope in my pick'ems, and this has not been a good major for my hope. We don't talk about it. It's still possible that I'm going to get the five necessary
Yeah, same
picks.
for me, yeah.
It's not what I would say is likely, though. It's not looking good, John.
I don't know.
It's I also needed IHC to go 0-3, and Renegades couldn't help me out there, so...
I picked Renegades 0-3, so at least I got one locked in. I still need 4 more.
I swapped back and forth. I had... Oh, Cooper, that's a nice shot. Hold on, we've got a round on our hands. Enough major talk. There's things afoot. Never mind. Classia sends us back to the major talk. Very shortly. No, yeah, I had IHC. I swapped them for Renegades, and then I said, you know what? I like the Aussie boys. I don't want to root on their downfall. And that was a mistake. I should root on their downfall.
Mike, you got to trust the numbers, not your gut, as some would
I don't
say.
do that. I'm all about the gut. All about the gut.
The numbers. I looked at Renegades. I was like, oh, yeah, this is an 0-3 team. There's no way. Like, I feel bad for saying it, but yeah.
Yeah, they've been in a rough run of form,
Yes.
and they had brutal travel right before the major as well. So,
yeah,
tough life. Tough life.
I honestly don't know if I saw many people pick G2 as a 3-0, though. That one, I mean, they're a solid team, right? We know they are, but for some reason they were overlooked in favor of Ents, which makes sense.
That's one of those things that I think is more narrative than anything else, which is this, that it's so rare that G2 team starts clean and finishes that way, right? So I just expect them to lose 1-0-1 somewhere and then be like, okay, never mind, we win. I always expect them to go through. I did not expect them to 3-0.
No, not many people did. I guess that's my point, right? So, impressive match. I mean, Alexi B's play, man, that 1v2 was absurd. I looked away from the screen because I was so convinced that he was not going to win that, and then he got it. Just insane, man. Anyway, we got a match to commentate here.
Oh, look at that
util. Get a
util.
nice little touchdown onto Cooper. Great utility usage, in fact, here towards Banana. And it will be a 5v4 in favor of Carpe Diem. Flom lit down to 36 and Eric at 60. It's been a pretty rough go for Mythic so far, aside from that very impressive play from Flom down Banana. But as it stands, they've been quieted since.
Got 0-5 twice right now.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I would expect too much from him tonight because he's subbing in. Of course, but I'm just saying, in general, Mike, I hope so. But in general, he's hopping in at a high level.
I'm a twice believer here. I expect him to get 1 kill. I know you may not, John. I know you may expect him to get
never
no
said
kills.
That, but yes,
you're
please
just a
continue
doubter and a
putting words in my
hater.
mouth. Yeah.
Doubter and a hater. But I believe that Twice can crack this scoreboard. Full faith in Mr. Tyler Wise to get 1 kill.
Man, Twice, if you're listening back to this, man, putting words in my mouth, just listen to what I say.
I'm just saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm familiar with what we're doing. Twice still alive here. This could be the round. It's not. Flom yoinks that. But it's a 2v4. Flom's got no health. Twice is going to have to do the work. Twice hero moment. Still throwing util. But it's Twice hero moment time. He's alone. 1v5. Twice gets a kill! That's what you get when you believe, John! When you believe! Can he win the round? No, not so much. There's no time, and there's 3 players, and they are chasing him down. But he got a kill.
I mean, I was surprised he almost got that bomb down. It was just a second away from being planted.
I think there was a moment where they thought about knifing him, and they were like, no, that's too far.
Yeah, it's a bridge too far, for sure. 6-1 in favor of Carpe Diem here, as Mythic could force up, and, well, Eric will, and the rest will not. I'm not sure if that's a miscommunication or not. Could have been a hero, okay, but...
I've been watching CISCS. They're like, hero bias.
I don't know if that's the play, but all right.
You know who does a lot of wild forces, or at least did today, was Forza. Wasn't up to their name. They do love those force buys.
Yeah,
it's another Challenger League winner.
Yeah.
Back when we had Global Challenge.
That's true, yeah.
Way back when. They were the victors of the last... It was the last Global Challenge, yeah. Right before the end times. Good times. Very different Forza team, to be fair. It was before they went through their series of changes. All right, players have gotten into its arch. Eric gets blinded up and just stalls out. Maybe Cooper can do something with this positioning. He does have the bomb. I think they know he's here. The Wiz isn't acting like it. Nope, they don't know he's here. So that's going to be a freebie. The second almost comes through, but Wiz hitting. It's going to be fine for it.
Yeah, Wiz did hit that, but a little rough. Peeking around from library towards arch side. He missed 2 shots that he really should have had quite easily. It was a blinded player standing still pretty much. But anyway,
sometimes you miss the sitters.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll make up for it. And he already did, right? 7-1 in favor of Carpe Diem as they are cruising on forward here. Although Mythic will have a full-on buy up this time. Nate's going to fly on forward. And I guess Eric forced up that AK because he figured he could buy one up again anyway this time. Although he'll have a lot less utility to work with. Wiz is going to think about throwing counter utility, but instead just backs off, says, you know what, let's give them the space. We'll try to bottle them in once they get into bracket, should they choose to do so, and they absolutely will. Twice, Cooper and Hate moving on forward. Hate going to re-smoke arch side, and Chop on the other side, in fact, is getting ready to throw a flashbang. Maybe he's suspecting something, and he'd be right to, because the bomb is heading right down Banana. Classia from Cubby takes down Twice, who doesn't clear his corner. Then Classia peeks out to get another one for free. Eric looking the wrong way, thought someone was covering his back. That someone would have been Cooper, but he wasn't. Cooper backed off to try and support the execute towards the B site, and it's just chaos right now for Mythic. Cooper is going to go down to Wiz, and the last 2 players, I guess, have given an inkling to their positioning because Walco and Chop are perfectly set up for this.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was good for a second, and then Flom jumped over the half wall. But
Jeez, Mike.
that's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, they probably weren't going to win, but if they get that second kill, they can at least get a bomb plant out of it. Things get exciting, perhaps. But Mythic gets stumped in that one. You've been watching too many complexity demos, man, right?
Yeah.
Inferno has just not been good for NA teams at the major. It's been terrifying, to be quite frank. Every time Inferno comes through in a veto, it makes me very nervous. But here they're both NA teams, John.
Yes.
Both NA teams. So it doesn't matter.
It's gonna be
Theoretically.
both NA teams in the major tomorrow too.
Yeah, we're guaranteed a 2-2 team. Woo!
I wish we were guaranteed a team to move on to the legend stage, but we're
would be
not that
nicer.
fortunate.
That would be nicer. It'd be a lot nicer. Yeah, it's a pretty rough spot. One of Liquid or Complexity will be taking the other out, and one of will be joyous and sad at the same time. One eye crying, one eye smiling. The dichotomy of man. Dichotomy of Mythic maybe taking a round. Okay, some damage done there, but there's still definitely a chance. Bombs going down. They've got the man advantage. They've got guns picked up here, John. Things are getting exciting. Mythic might be able to put a second round on the board.
Yeah, very, very much possible. There's a bit of a pincer coming on forward from Carpe Diem, and they could make this work. The problem is, Wiz on the op isn't really a promising prospect coming from Library here, and in fact, maybe he's realizing that as well. No, he just wants to set up some utility, maybe wait for Walco to get into position, and here's going to be the molly dunked onto the site. That'll clear out some spots. Walco tosses a nade in towards Pit. Hey, gets taken down to 11 HP. Flashbang forward for Walco. He's going to try going for this one. They still haven't spotted out anyone. Time is ticking away, and there's Wiz down for the count. Likely Walco afterwards, and indeed that is the case. So Mythic will find their second round, and looking to build off of it here, as they will have enough to buy up an op should they choose to do so, and of course the rest having the AKs. Mike, looking at Carpe Diem's economy, though, it is still good enough for a full-on buy here.
But here we go. Come back. Run back. Starts here. Time for twice a second kill, John. I feel it.
I think you might have
Here.
cursed him because you said you're certain he's going to get one kill, but you never said anything more than that.
I said at least one
Well,
kill. At least one kill.
the way you set it up, the way I recall it, Mike, you said twice is only going to get one kill.
I never said the word
any
only.
map.
I never said the word only.
Well,
I said I believe he could get one kill, unlike certain doubters and haters.
well, I was never doubting anything. Oh my god.
For any of the fans watching, the reason we have a little bit of extra fun poking this team just a bit is it comes from a place of love.
It does.
We've known these guys for a while. Big fans of all they do for NA and CS and the funny haha moments. And that's why maybe we're just a touch harsher on them than we would be on other teams.
Sometimes.
All in good fun, folks. All in good fun. Walco's about to have some real good fun here because there's a big old gap in that smoke. The flashbang comes through, and boom, there's two. Nicely played from Walco. He's still got a full belt of util, which he probably wants to drop because he is actually quite low, but Mythic have bailed out. A minute on the clock, and they're back towards T-ramp. But at this point, with Wiz's position in the bedroom, they can't really get away. So their options are fast ending. Cooper's going to be looking for someone to give him a little peeky poo so he can get in the fight. But if he takes this fight a little too far up, he's down. 40 seconds. Are they gonna?
I think they're bailing.
Are they gonna save? What are they gonna? No?
Maybe try.
Oh! He sees him, but he doesn't. He doesn't know model outlines. Come on, Cooper.
Too much Valorant there.
Doesn't have the X-rays, but you come on, play a little bit of CS. You gotta know. Play a
You
lot of
gotta.
CS,
They're just saving though at the end of the day here, Mike. I gotta say, I think one of the glaring holes right now for Mythic in not having Freak is they've lost their top entry fragger. If you look at over the last 3 months, Freak is going for those entries 33.7% of the time with 54.8% success and a 1.34 rating in that category. So that's a big loss. You need that space, especially on your T side, right?
Yeah, you really do. You need a good door kicker. And Freak is the ultimate door kicker.
He is.
He's the quintessential entry frag in North America. Again, part of those historic Summer of Cloud9 tank tops out type rosters where he was their deady entry. It's the kind of guy where if you say, we need you to run into the site and die, he will run into the site and die without hesitation. So it's a critical role.
Oof.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Twice gets the kill. An opener there. See, he gets a second kill. And now Mythic are going to be set up to win a third round. I'm a Twice believer here.
He's the spark they needed, Mike.
He's the star of this roster. Just got to get him going. You needed a door kicker? That's what Twice will do for you.
Yeah, he won't do math, though. Sorry.
Oh,
Resist.
this guy dunked on him a little bit, eh?
I love Twice.
Oh, the molly's a little short. It snuffs in the smoke, and that's not going to be great for Chop because now they just have to say not a whole lot Chop can do about this. So the bomb's going to go down, and this is actually going to turn into a save for Carpe Diem because despite the fact they're up 9, they don't have a lot of spare capital, and they do tend to be a bit of a conservative team with their buys here, John. So they're out. I mean, a 3v5 on Inferno, this is the smart play anyway. But they're certainly not going to even stick their nosies into that site because they don't want to get them chopped off.
Yeah. So Carpe Diem going to be on the save, and Mythic finding their way to a third round victory. Not too shabby. Maybe they can make the mini comeback here and make it a 9-6 half. That would be best case scenario, keeping Carpe Diem off those double digits. But they haven't really been able to find too much success in consecutive rounds, so we'll see. All right, heading into round number 13. Let's check out that scoreboard. Hext, who's been their top frag for quite some time, along with Classia. You're looking at Hex, though. This time it's his show, 15-3, and Classia behind him at 8. But Wiz is actually in second, which is good to see. It's good to see Wiz finding his form early on in the season at 10-5. We've talked about him a lot, Mike, and saying that maybe there's something a little bit lacking in terms of his opping. I think there might still be, but hopefully he can overcome that, because when we see those flashes of brilliance from Wiz, it is a sight to behold.
Yeah, I mean, I think the highs are high for Wiz. Just sometimes the consistency, the sitters, right? Sometimes those sitters go missed, and those are the kind of kills that you can't do. But at least for now, he's doing very fine. For Carpe Diem in the server right now. A little boost up, a little cheeky boost, a little cheeky boost, a little cheeky TK. As good old Chait over there takes Cherik out of the round. Twice will get himself his third kill, but he's down to 5 points of health. He's got no health. He's got no bomb. He's got no positioning, but he does have a minute. Did he do anything with this minute? He slipped out of the apartments. Slipped out of the apartments like a cheeky teenager beating curfew. And he's now out in the streets.
This is the 1v3 run for Twice here.
To the streets, John. He's going to make his path. Diving into the sewers. Wading among the trash. See if he can get a little sneaky pop. Oh, he can get a sneaky pop.
Oh,
He's
I
gonna try and
believe.
get both. Pop, 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 pop. Pull of magnitude. He'll get close. Oh, utility in hand. That was your moment. That was your chance. He's going to get both kills. Twice could pull this all off, but no!
Oh, no!
He doesn't have the last. A heroic effort from Twice gets his third on the round. But no clutch. No clutch for the stand-in.
Oh, man. I felt it. As soon as I saw that where Carpe Diem were watching and where Twice was positioned, I definitely felt like he could catch at least one off guard. He gets 2. I just couldn't seal the deal. So Twice, almost the hero for Mythic, but falls short by 1. So Carpe Diem do indeed find their way into double-digit rounds at 10. Now they're going to look for that banana control once more. Molotovs exchanged on both sides here. And now Flom's going to toss a nade on forward. Will it do damage? Yeah, quite a bit. 76 HP left for Chop and 70 for Wiz. Here comes a counter flash, though, and that is going to pay dividends as Walco gets 1. The nade goes through, but Cooper manages to get the trade with the op. He will not go down, Mike.
No, AVP hitting. There we go. Cooper low, but again with the op, who cares? Provided another HE is not coming through, and since there are no more HEs, that's fine. Wiz backs away. Wiz does have support here. Op on op duel. Wiz hits and gets around the corner. Because Eric hesitates. Does not trade. Turns out it is the correct call because there's a second player. Oh, he gets
Ooh.
winged, but it's not a kill. So a big kill to find for Eric, a big scalp to take, and Carpe Diem. With an even number situation, it's not very good for the CT side. Their economy, brittle. Need this next kill, and they won't find it. Hate with the big one. The Pit player stands strong, though. Hex has been the heavy hitter, and he's going to deliver once again. They're going to try and pressure on him. He gets the smoke down preemptively, and boom, even collects. It's down to a very wounded Eric to try and pull this off. This bomb's going down. So at least that money secured, but with no health to spare, Eric is going to have to be perfect with these shots. It's got to be headshots. There's no margin for error. There's no margin for spray, and, well, it's the USP that takes him out of play.
Oh, wow. Nice job there by Carpe Diem. Actually, a little limited in terms of economy coming to that round. You saw it with the 3 MP9s, I believe it was, but they still make it work as Hext is waiting for Walco to upgrade his gun before defusing the bomb, and Walco has gotten the op. That will mean the defusal comes through, and an 11th round secured here for Carpe Diem. 15th and final round of play is going to be played out in just a few moments, and Mythic could use just one more round. 11-4, certainly a much better scoreline to look at than 12-3 for many reasons, which we won't necessarily get into right now because you've heard all the theories, but we'll move forward here. 1:53 on the clock, AKs across the board for Mythic. Carpe Diem still have to settle for 1 MP9, that is on Classia's hands, but the rest, 2 A1Ss, an AK, and the big green back into Wiz's hands.
Little B hit. Straightforward B hit. Yeah. Don't overcomplicate it. Flashes
Sure.
over. In they go. Smokes out. On they move. Relatively simple, but can they deal with chop? That's the big question. And, well, not for the first, but a trade is fun. Even trade, good situation. Bomb going down for this last round. Not a bad spot to be in at all. Although Walker's trying to line some things up. And does he get the spam? No, they're not in the normal spot. They're a little bit off from it. He's not going to be able to connect through that smoke. So a 4-on-4 retake. Obviously, Carpe are going for it. And they didn't go for it there. Those nades met them. They've only got one more flash. That's going to be tough to get around the corner. Shot for Walco. No trade, though. Shots hit for Wiz. He's the last alive. They just need to keep him at bay. Just keep him at arm's reach, and this one's over, but they're still fighting. He's got the rifle. Don't need to give him this fight. Don't need to give him it at all. Hate will play the conservative game to make sure that they're actually going to win the round, and indeed, he's already won it on the clock. So this one is over. Mythic get their 4th round on the board. not the best half for Mythic. But hey, on the plus side, they got 4 times as many rounds as Complexity did in the major on this map.
Oh God, Mike.
So, you know, it could be worse, John. It could be worse.
Why you gotta do him like that?
I joke because I hurt, John. Hurt people hurt people. 1-for-1 exchange early on.
Mythic. Ooh, I was about to say they're giving themselves a good chance here with the 4 rounds picked up, at least in that first half, but Hex decides to deliver a bullet right to the dome of one of them. So that makes it a 4v3. Hate going to be peeking up from around top mid. Just wants a view as to what's going on. Carpe Diem, in the meantime, they've sent 3 players down Banana. Not much information here, and even as Hate was peeking mid, he decides to fall off as soon as Classia shows face, so even less information now. Carpe Diem are going to move in. They are giving away their positioning with the utility, and Flom is going to be waiting here, but he's one of only 2.
Yeah, here's the numbers. And they don't have a flashbang for this, right? So it's going to be a bit of a dry peak. That's an important shot to hit for Eric. That gives them a chance at this one with the even numbers. But with the smoke still down, they're going to go for the plant class. Yeah, trying to find Eric in the smoke. And he will chase while the reload comes through. I think Eric's actually completely out of bullets. But somehow he lives. Flom down. Classy is swinging around. Can't get the killing blow here. That's the fury of the Glock, right? You hit them so many times, then you check your console. It's 6 for 98. You kidding me? But either way, Hate and Eric have almost no health, and they're going to try and commit to this bomb plant. No bullets again for Eric. He's trying to get a pistol. Anything he can get his hands on in the meantime. Walko's just sitting on that bomb like a protective mother hen. He's going to come to tap around. Hate knowing he needs to hit that shot, and Walko's already won it, but he'll get the kills for extra effect. Nicely done from Carpe Diem as they take their 12th.
Yeah, good patience there from Walco at the end to ensure that Mythic would have no chance at that defusal, and then finds the frag on the diffuser to boot. So that one was done as soon as he got it when he went down afterwards. Great job indeed by Carpe Diem. It was close though. Mythic at least coming through there. Like you said, that critical frag from Eric on their opening attempt to take the site gave Mythic a chance, but not to be. Now Force by going to come through for Mythic. They've got the Swag 7. Flom going to be running that at the half wall. Trying to copy Pun alone here. Maybe find some success. Next, spamming down through that smoke, and Wiz takes the head clean off of Cooper, who was just trying to get some scouting done towards top mid. Classia, flashbang going to be thrown out of boiler. And that's not going to blind too much of anything. Carpe Diem are moving across both sides of the map. We'll see where they decide to end up here, as the bomb was towards B. Now it's heading to A. It's going to be a full-on A execute.
Well, certainly some kind of executions coming on in here. Mostly Team Mythic players so far. Entirely. That was a chance for Hate to do damage, but with the Mag 7 here, Flom will be no pwn alone in this moment. As he goes down in the library. A clean round for Carpe Diem as they are inching ever closer to taking the 1-0. Just a reminder for you, John, and for the folks watching at home. This is Mythic's map pick.
Yes. Yes, it is.
We were kind of wondering what this game was going to look like, right?
Yeah.
Whether, what kind of Mythic we were going to be getting. Obviously, with a stand-in, right, it is somewhat tough to rate them.
Yes.
But you do say that it seemed that your understanding doesn't want to practice much.
Well.
Or at all. A stand-in impacts them less. Nice nades. Chunky damage. Those pistol players are soft. Oh, but Flom still somehow rips that shot before he gets vaporized. Hex's job now is to hold him at bay because the bomb is down. This could actually get a little wonky, but the smoke should help him recover it. And now it's going to be A.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying what Flom mentioned on his stream and having a bit of understanding for it, but it's so far, I mean, we can't really judge necessarily how that's going to play out with twice in the roster for tonight, but yeah, a couple of kills coming through with the USPs at the very least for Mythic, as Classy and Wiz are going to go down, but I don't think they're going to get much more than that because the bomb is implanted. But yeah, I mean, look, maybe if a couple of matches go awry and they're 0-2, they'll say, okay, let's start getting the practices on, and it wouldn't surprise me to see them shift in that direction. A lot of talent on this roster. So for me, I'd be very, very surprised if they don't find any success at all this season in Challenger League.
I mean, if we look at their group, right?
It's a tough group.
It's a tough group.
Yes.
As we said before, the level has just risen since the last time they were here. It's really hard to stay in. You've got MIBR, who is still in the major, have a chance to make it through, right? A very good
Yeah.
one. Maybe a good major, man, quite frank. Yeah, you've got the Party Astronauts who won 2-3 seasons ago now. You've got the Bad News Bears. You've got Strife. You've got Carpe Diem, who they're playing right now. Like, you already lost to
Godsend.
B-Hop, who are presumably one of those teams that you would have hoped to beat if you were looking at your schedule, right? That there's only it's kind of a murderer's row of team, right? You're the Bad News Bears on their Euro tour right now, leveling up presumably in experience. It's not going to be easy. We'll see if they can get it done in this round, though. Love it. Good utility usage on Banana. Sets themselves up with a kill. And that's what you do like to see. Early man advantage and Banana control, which they seem to be wanting to stick around on. Leaving twice under the half wall. Front. And that's a huge kill for Chop. Just erases hate in the cubby. Takes that space. Now they can encircle the A site, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to wrap their tendrils around this and see if they can't squeeze. But Cooper squeezes back with a quick op shot, and Eric guns down too. So they've been dismantled. It was disjointed from Carpe Diem. They weren't playing together. Yeah. The pushes from either side did not work in concert, and now Wiz is left alive, wondering where his teammates have gone.
Very sloppy round there for Carpe Diem. Like you mentioned, Mike, just spread it across the map, losing bodies without opportunities to trade, aside from the library positioning. But, you know, they only got one out of that and ended up going down. That leaves Wiz, as you mentioned, in a very difficult spot. Wiz going to try to come through here from truck side. And he did get one. Yeah, there's one. On to Cooper. Peeks around for the saw his time, but no. Eric denies him. A 3K for Eric on the round, holding down that pit position. And Mythic do indeed at least get a 5th on the board. And looking at the money here for Carpe Diem, well, they're going to be fine. You know, usually my Carpe Diem very good on those opening engagements, right? And don't look disjointed very often, but that one was a rare sight.
Yeah, I think maybe they got a little overexcited. They're like,
Yes.
okay, we've got Arch, we've got this kill, let's just take the site. You know, obviously it's 14. It was 14-4 at the time. It's 14-5 now. Maybe just a touch of overconfidence. You do have to remember that these are dangerous players on the other side. They do have that talent we've been talking about, right? They can punish you if you give too many opportunities, if you play too loose and lose your advantage as a well-drilled and disciplined team. Hey, getting overwhelmed on the site. Cooper's going to hit. That's actually working out decently, but Cooper needs to hit another. He's in a real high-pressure situation. They just cleared out his pit control, but oh, the no-scope. Cooper's done it again and again. Another shot lands, and it's left to Wiz. It's left to Wiz to create here. He's got a minute. He's got time. And as the name suggests, he can occasionally just pull a trick on out of the hat. Twice coming back to look, but timing may not work out for him. Do you think he's cleared it? No, he's got the right read, but oh my goodness, Wiz is quick with it. One more kill required. Still plenty of time, 35 seconds. Cooper will slip back in towards the pit, playing the safe angle, playing the safe spot, but here's the thing. Wiz is a Molotov. There's a smoke for Cooper. But that'll obscure his vision. That'll give Wiz opportunity and the confirmation that he needs. Does he commit the molly? He does indeed. Cooper gonna burn. Cooper gonna burn. Cooper backing off from it, but he slipped away without giving up the vision. So now Wiz thinks it's clear. Now Wiz doesn't expect him in towards the mini pit, and Cooper goes back to it. Played beautifully. Great movement, great control to not give the tick and not give the footstep either. It works out for Mythic.
Not to mention great work from Cooper in the opening moments, right? He gets that 3K with the AWP. Missed one shot and you thought, oh no, this is it. He's going to get overloaded. But no, hits a no scope, then flicks around and quick scopes to find his third. And after that, well, he just posts up on that bomb and waits for the last player to come through. So Mythic do indeed find a couple of rounds in a row here. And they are up to 6, forcing Carpe Diem onto a pistol buy-up for, I believe, the first time in this map. Twice going to get the opener here onto Hexton. I mean, Twice had a welcome back to ECL there from Wiz, right? Just a flick to the head saying, you got to be a little quicker than that if you want to get the frag. Classia going to be waiting in Boiler. Cooper's locked in here, and he's got the crossfire as well. This should very much be a Mythic round victory, especially considering the numbers just got even better for them as Twice finds his second in the round. Wiz flying around the corner, could get one, but no! Twice with the 3K, Mike, and that will be the round as Cooper gets the last one.
I was going to say Twice top of the board, but then Cooper had to go and get one more. Still, Twice does have 69 ADR. Nice. It's team leading as well. So he's really, my belief in him, when I said I believed, only me believed that he could get a kill. That's clearly just propelled him to greater heights here, John. No defense. No defense. A little bit of quick banana control here. This time, Mythic will not contest. Not aggressively. And, well, Carpe Diem will take advantage of some of that space. Hex already finding ground. And this is interesting. Mythic left it soft early on, but something's called them back. 2 players starting to float to reinforce that site. And at least for the moment, Carpe Diem are chilling. Not quite big chilling, but chilling.
Twice. I believed.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Doubter and hater.
Hey, look, I just said he might be a little rough around the edges. Never said he wouldn't be able to find success. And look, you know, he's doing better than I predicted, so that's good. That's a good thing.
I like how his ESEA pick is still just that stick figure drawing.
I know.
Little stick dude that says me behind a little stick woman in a certain position that says your mom. That's a piece of modern art right there. One for the ages.
Twice.
If anyone's curious, check out Twice's ESEA page. 18 plus tender. It's graphic. It's graphic, folks.
Not sure if it's graphic, but
It's not so graphic. I mean, it is a graphic.
yes.
8 on the flower pots. Cooper gets a kill on the lurker. Elsewhere, it's a B hit, and Twice just
Oh, no.
Flob with the kill. It's getting shut down here. It's getting messy. Wiz gonna try and pull off something silly again, but this time Hate was chilling the entire time, waiting for that play to come through, and indeed it does. Mythic starting to claw this back. Carpe Diem starting to look like themselves here, in that they have almost secured the map, but now they're just letting it drip away, John. Just let it drip away.
The typical Carpe Diem. I don't want,
Dude, I mean, I think they just watched too many Outsiders demos. Paid by the round. It's coming through, man. They're the NA Outsiders. They are paid by the round. No one's paying them. So
well, they're not paid at all right now.
They're just not paid by the round. Unpaid by the round.
Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, look, it brings back memories of Mythic back when they were in ECL a few seasons ago on Inferno. They would be down by large margins and find a way to claw it back, and they had a lot of overtime on Inferno. I'm not saying this will go to overtime, but I'm just alluding to the fact that Mythic is no stranger to it here, especially Flom, who has been at the helm of this roster ever since its founding. Cooper waiting over around top mid here, and Mythic have shut down pretty much everything Carpe Diem's thrown at them, and another pistol buy going to come through from Carpe Diem. A Deagle, 3 P250s, and the Tech 9 versus a Big Green, 3 A1Ss, and the AK in Hate's hands. Let's see what they're going to try this time. It looks like it's going to be an A-pop with these pistols, but they're going to have to wait out some utility first, which, speaking of which, they don't have much of, Mike.
Flom getting himself some damage, but he's going to get chased down here. Wah, slips into the corner. If they had any util, that would be great, but instead they have the sight, and this bomb's going down, and there's still a limping Flom. He'd get the best of Wiz, but with this bomb down, Carpe Diem's mission's kind of already secured. And Trop's been picking up some more util, I think mostly off of the corpses of his foes.
Yep.
But if Classic can get this, oh, he does, and the smoke, and the smoke. Smoke goes down. Rifle held. This is
bad.
Better hold now. This is bad. It's getting a little spicy. Chop and Classy both have guns. But if you come through that smoke, they are going to punish you. Little volley for the pit. They're coming on in. The first one drops, hits the floor. It's all on to Cooper, and he's just backing away. He just wants to keep the op. He's out there. Carpe Diem do it with pistols. They were starting to look like they may let some rounds slip. But the Tech 9s were enough. The pistols were enough. They pressured, they punished, and they pulled through. Number 15.
Of all the rounds to take, it's that one, right?
Yep.
I mean, they just had pistols on an eco,
NA
limited
Classic.
utility, and yep, exactly. NA Classic. as Carpe Diem managed to pull it off, and now they get a couple of rifle upgrades. The fact that, I mean, I think it was Chop right at the end. I can't remember who it was, but just going and grabbing that rifle off the ground and getting a smoke as well. It's just everything was ripe for the taking after they get those frags. So Carpe Diem now have 7 opportunities to close this one out and send us on over to Overpass. Used to be Carpe Diem's home turf. Now, maybe a little less so perhaps some vulnerabilities there, but against Mythic, maybe they will be able to punish. Either way, we're not there yet. Still got one more round that Carpe Diem needs, and that's a good start. Wiz going to get the op frag onto Flom. That opens up a ton of space towards B. In fact, 3 players were stacked up on the A side. Cooper does get one, but he could get traded, and he does. That's Chop lurking around alt mid. Actually, no, it's Eric going to go down. Chop gets one, and then Hate finds him. Twice pushing up, and he gets one, and almost the second, and does get the second. 2K for Twice. Wiz, the last one standing in this round, has just fallen apart for Carpe Diem.
A little bit of that crazy aggression for Mythic working out here. Wiz is so worried about the flank, he can't move. He's frozen. Still is a statue. If he goes hunting, there's an isolated fight with Cooper, but Cooper's posted on that angle. It's not going to be an easy one by any measure. Not going to be easy at all. And Cooper will, in fact, hit it. Not going to be that slow today. So, despite letting one slip to the Pistols team, Mythic answered back with some aggression of their own. A little bit of cheeky play, indeed, to get a 9th on the board. And, well, the money for Carpe Diem, it's pretty poo-poo. It's back to the Pistols mostly. Wiz will keep a rifle up, and Classia Yeet buys an AWP. Full armor. He does have money, to be fair, still. He's got 850 in reserve. Buy something next. And he's dead. Great investment. Love to Yeet buy that AWP, John.
Why not?
Every so often. Not working for them in this round. Rifles were dropped as well. That can be recovered, but nothing to really show for it just yet. Damage onto Twice, the best thing you have. To be fair, it is the 2 player threads this side of the map that are damaged up. So considering the fact that no rotators are coming through, Mythic have left the B site a little vulnerable. And that is the site that Carpe Diem will hit. There's smoke for the cross. Check out that smoke. Go on through. But now they'll have to wait a smoke of their own. They've got no flash to go through this. Would be foolhardy to just push in. So at least for the moment, some time slips away.
Carpe Diem trying to find the opening here. Could be at the B site. Walco going to peer around the corner with the op. Only one piece of utility left for Carpe Diem. That's the smoke, and they're going to have to wait a little bit longer to utilize it for CT because Amali appears right in front of them. Flom could also punish here in the waning moments of the round should Carpe Diem decide to push up, and I don't think they're going to. Only 20 seconds left. They pull the plug. They are going to back off, maybe leave one player behind to try to find some frags, but this round's over, and Mythic are going to get a 10th.
That's an interesting one as well. Like, Chop's kit. Yeah, Chop needs to die. Chop now has a gun.
Or get an upgrade, yeah.
Oh, don't die after time. Don't die after time. Don't die after time. Don't push forward. Chop. Oh, he died after time.
No.
Why? Why? The one thing you couldn't do. If he keeps the gun, it's fine. If he dies, it's fine. He gets the worst of both worlds. The 1 kill and no gun taken through. Carpe Diem hurting because of that one. I wonder if they'll do the half buy here as a result of that. I bet they do. That's why the pause comes in, certainly. Literally just to discuss what they want to do with that.
Oh, I mean, that was the worst place for Chop to stop, honestly.
Yep.
Just
If he's
yourself
a
in a corner,
foot,
man.
if he's a foot further back, Twice doesn't find him.
Jeez.
It's a big ouchie.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to invest in. They're going to go for it. Don't know what's on the ground for Chop. Presumably someone's dropped him something. No, it's a Tech 9. Alright. I mean, this isn't the worst. 1 Tech 9, 1 Galil. Could be worse. You got a lot of util. I honestly would like to just see them full 5 hit something. It's a bit mad, you know, but hey, get a
It's
bit
crazy
mad with it.
talk. Crazy talk.
Like a little crazy talk. Speaking of crazy talk, since we seem to be having a slower round, as I say that, now things will start to happen. There we go. Successful caster's curse. Implemented to perfection. And the CT util quotient slows us down. There's a guy in my neighborhood who's, I guess, got a megaphone attached to his car, like one of those things where you can talk on the walkie-talkie and speak, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Like cop cars do, except it's not a cop car. Just driving up the street the other day, just shouting through his megaphone weird things. Just driving up and down the street, shouting, "My girlfriend is a liar." Look, I don't know what's going on in that relationship, but I would wager nobody's having a good time.
Yes, that is not definitely a bad sign. There's no doubt about it. And here's another bad sign. It's for Flom. Chop going to take him down with the Tech 9. Cooper gets traded out by Hex, and this B site is very exposed. Only twice left standing over at New Box, and no longer Hex going to drop him. That makes it a 4v2. Bomb being planted. This one could be done and dusted right here.
Perfect time for my anecdote, as it does seem
Yes.
like things are over and done with, unless I can bring that through. Kate, inching on in. The 2 new ish additions to this Mythic squad. Gotta clear it. Kate will not be coming along for the ride, so it's all on to Eric. It's all on to Eric. His position known. His time running out. Heroism needed, and it's not going to happen. It's going to be the win for Carpe Diem.